Welcome back to Juke's Joint. Good to have you here with us. You may remember some time ago, I told you about a collection that I was sort of able to stumble into, and the circumstances are unfortunate, but it was something that I was glad to help my friend out with. His brother passed a few years ago, died suddenly, if you will. And he was a musician and a music librarian, and he had an amazing vinyl and CD and book collection, and I've always collected all of those things and more, tapes, any kind of permanent storage media for music. So my friend asked me, would I like to come look through the estate and pick out some things? And I did get some vinyl some time back. And showed that to you guys probably a couple of years ago now. And I told you over the last year I would show you the CD haul eventually, but I had to wait a while to go through that portion of the collection, and then I finally got to the point where I was organized enough to show you what I got. So we're going to take a look at that today. And it is a tragedy, and I wish I could talk to my friend's brother and tell him how much this stuff means to me, and I will be taking care of it for him. But I got some amazing music. So sit back and check out what we have to show you today. So let's take a look inside and see what is in the cabinet. There are definitely over 1,000 CDs here. I gave up counting after a while. There's like 700 in that box, I think. But what you're looking at there is all jazz. That bottom shelf is all jazz except for a few rock things on top there. Nice Pet Sounds, Beach Boys box set. There's some nice jazz over there. All kinds of just great stuff. This bin here and everything on top and a lot of what's to the side is all blues. So there's equally about as much blues. There's a little bit of R&B, and there's some doo-wop in there, so I can get my doo-wop thing on, and some R&B and things like that, but primarily blues on that shelf, which is amazing. Some wonderful things, and you can see some of the titles as you're looking through there, and then up on this shelf, almost the entire Numero collection. If you are not familiar with Numero, it's an amazing reissue label that does some great stuff, primarily R&B and funk, a little bit of rock, but it's great stuff. There's some classical there. There's some country, folk, roots music, and over to the right here, there's some world music, reggae, Latin, Caribbean, and even a few Asian things from Vietnam and Korea. Just amazing. Couldn't believe I got all this stuff. Forgot I had gotten some of it because I haven't looked at it in a while. And I have a lot of music to listen to. Let's put it that way. If I'm going to get through half of this, I'm going to have to start pretty soon. And then if we go to the top of the cabinet, got some nice things to add to the library. So we'll take a look inside and see what's in here. And I have a bunch of books on guitar. Now, I'm not primarily a guitarist, but it's good to have some things in the library, and maybe I'll be able to learn a little bit more this year. Some great books on the blues, some stuff on gospel and spirituals and Latin music, and a nice small jazz library there. Grove Illustrated Jazz Dictionary, Blue Note discography, Django Reinhardt biography, and there's a miniature version of the original, not the new real book, but the original illegal back of the store real book that needs a new binding. And just for fun, here's a picture of Prairie Prince that he signed for me. I have a friend who's friends with Prairie Prince, and he was a big influence on me as a young drummer. He and Mingo Lewis in the Tubes, and he said to the best drummer I know that was influenced by me, Prairie Prince. All right, that's what I got to go through over the next few weeks and months, and we'll tell you more as we get to hear some of this music. Thanks for stopping by.